Welcome to Experian Exchange, a new series featuring exclusive interviews with all the latest news and insights with Experian's business leaders. Experian Exchange will give you access to the latest thinking from inside the world of Experian, covering everything from finance to fraud and even technology to transformation. Welcome to Experian Exchange. I'm Irani. Financial exclusion is a worldwide crisis. Around 1.4 billion people globally are unable to access mainstream financial services. Joining me now to talk more about this is Abigail Lovell, Global Sustainability Officer at Experian. Abigail, great to have you with us. Thank you. I touched briefly on the scale of this problem, but can you elaborate?
Yes, it's a huge problem, and it's not just a worldwide problem, it's a regional problem. In the U.S., we have more than 50 million people that cannot access credit. And what that means is they can't access the basic financial tools, resources, and support that most people take for granted. Things like checking accounts, savings accounts, credit cards.
Really?
It's a big problem.
Yeah, I mean, and not just, like you said, not just around the world, but here in the US as well. So what do companies do? What can companies do to address this?
Gosh, there's a lot that companies can do, Del. One of the things that we've been doing is in Brazil, we've been helping people renegotiate their debt. And a personal story that I'd love to share is when I went to Brazil, I met a woman named Lydia. And Lydia has 3 children. She also has 3 jobs. And she was there for a consumer fair that we held to help people renegotiate their debt. And so at that point in her life, Lydia had a choice to make: feed her children or pay down her debt. So she stood in line for 7 hours, renegotiated her debt for her washer and dryer with a retailer, and she walked away knowing that she can now pay down her bills and also feed her children. And oh my gosh, it's so transformative. And that's just one example.
But if that's all it takes, right? One person at a time, and you can make a big change. I can see you're really passionate about it. So what advice do you have for other companies that want to make a meaningful impact? What are some of the things that they can do?
Financial inclusion cannot just be a slogan. It has to be your mission. And then 3 pieces of advice that I would give other companies is meet people where they are, either online or in person. Second piece of advice I'd say is we need to modernize the conversation. Let's talk about finance and credit at a younger age so it feels more natural as an adult. And let's talk about these topics around a dinner table, around the world. And lastly, I would say let's treat financial health like our physical health. We get checkups, we go to the doctor. Why don't we check our credit score? Why don't we check and monitor our credit reports?
Some fantastic advice there. Thanks, Abigail. You've been watching Experian Exchange. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Experian Exchange. Please subscribe to get access to all the videos in this series. To learn more, go to experian.com/exchange.